Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 products from Sephora that are a little bit more on the pricier side, but that I think are entirely worth the splurge. Because you have clicked on this video, I'm going to assume that you are well aware that the Sephora Savings Event 2023 is here. And today, this event opens up to both the VIB and Insider tiers. So what does this mean? It means that if you are signed up for the Sephora Beauty Insider program and you are at the Insider level, you will receive 10% off your entire purchase. And if you are on the VIB tier, you will receive 15% off your entire purchase. The savings event has been going on for a few days now for the Rouge tier, and Rouge receives 20% off their entire purchase. The code to use is SAVENOW, and I will have that on the screen right here, as well as down below in the description box, as well as a link to sign up for the Sephora Beauty Insider program. The code is multiple use. You can use it online, in store, and you can also use it at the Sephora's inside Kohl's stores. So now that I have gotten all the important details out of the way, I have partnered with Sephora to share with you 10 products that I use all the time that I feel are truly worth splurging on during this event. There's one more thing I forgot to mention. All of these Sephora collection products will be 30% off for all tiers through the entirety of the savings event. And I did already talk about some fantastic Sephora collection products in my original recommendations video, but because I am wearing a couple of the Sephora collection products right now, I thought I would mention once again the fact that they are all going to be 30% off and tell you what I currently have on my lips, because this is somewhat out of my comfort zone. This is one of the Sephora Collection Cream Lip Stains, and I do not know why I have been sleeping on this product for so long. I feel like these are already reasonably priced at $15, but with 30% off, it's a no-brainer. You've got to get yourself at least one of these cream lip stains, and this particular color, Candy Love, is my new favorite, especially going into spring and summer. They are long wearing, they're full coverage. You don't even really need to wear a lip liner with them. They are not super drying on the lips. They last through eating a salad. I had a greasy breakfast sandwich earlier and it lasted through that. And I did top it with a little bit of the Sephora Collection Plumping Gloss. So I will include links to both of these in the description box. But finally, I know this was a long intro. Let me get into the 10 products. First up is foundation. This Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation is one that I have recommended year after year after year. It has been a staple in my makeup collection since 2007, maybe even before then. I adore this product. It is one that I recommend to everyone, whether it's on camera or in my personal life. If my mother, sister, cousin, best friend asks me what foundation to get, I always include this in with my recommendations because it is one of the only foundations on the market that truly gives you a beautiful skin-like finish, yet also provides coverage and a dewiness. And when I say dewy, I mean a beautiful, natural looking dewiness, not something that's going to make you have an oily look. Is this my top pick for oily skin? No, definitely not. I personally, because I do have such oily skin, have to use a mattifying primer with this. I also have to use a setting powder, and I can only wear it for about 4 to 5 hours at a time before it does start to get a little bit too glowy for me. So now you may be wondering, Risa, why are you recommending it then? Well, that's because there are so many of you watching this, especially my Risa Does Makeup subscribers, that don't have quite as oily skin as I do. In fact, from what I've heard, the majority of you are more dry to very dry, although I do have my segment of viewers who watch me simply because I do have oily skin and you like my recommendations for oily skin. But But I'm going off on a tangent here. What I'm trying to say is that this is one of the most beautiful foundations on the market for most people. And even those of us with oily skin, unless maybe you live in a very, very humid climate, can get away with using this foundation if you've prepped your skin properly. And since I'm talking about Armani, why don't I go into the other Armani product that I have in this recommendations video. These are the Lip Power lipsticks. I have them in 6 shades, all purchased by me. In fact, everything you're seeing in this video was purchased by me. These are probably the best luxury long wear lip products on the market. They have an excellent color selection. They are creamy and comfortable on the lips. They definitely do not feel like a long wearing product. And of course, the packaging is very high end. I do enjoy the teardrop shape of this lipstick. It really helps to sort of define the lip edges if you're someone who doesn't like to wear a lip liner. I personally always use a lip liner, but again, you don't have to with these because you can get such precision with this teardrop tip. And this red, I think it's number 400. I don't have my glasses on right now, but this red, chef's kit. So here are swatches of the 6 shades that I have. Moving on to product number 3, this Gucci bronzer. I have it in shade 03, but I think during the event I am going to purchase the lighter shade. This works beautifully when I have used a self tanner, which honestly is most of the time during the spring and summer months, and heck, I self tan year round. But I've been thinking that I would like to also have the lighter shade. The compact is stunning, very luxe. It does come with a little brush, which I have never ever used. In fact, I have had this bronzer for at least 6 months, and I don't think I ever even knew that it was there. Anyway, this bronzer is super silky. It blends beautifully over foundation. Simply put, it gives you that airbrushed bronzed goddess finish, and it lasts all day long. Speaking of an airbrushed finish, I have 2 powders here, one pressed, one loose, that are my go-tos for, well, an airbrushed finish. I have been using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder for years. This is probably my 6th or 7th compact. I mostly use shade 1, but I also sometimes use shade 2. There are plenty of people out there that will say that there are less expensive dupes for this product. And there are. I myself have talked about some powders that I feel are very, very close to this, but I've got to be 100% honest with you. I still think that there's something different about this particular powder. But because it is a pricey powder, and I do tend to go through it pretty quickly, I will often reach for my less expensive alternatives in doing my daily makeup. However, when I'm going out for an event and I just want my makeup to look impeccable, this is the compact powder that I will use. For loose powder, my favorite is the Givenchy Prism Libre. The first one I ever bought was shade 2 Satin Blanc, but when I was in Europe back in December, I purchased the number 3 Voile Rose, which has a pink tint to it. So you can see, well, hopefully you can see that there are 4 different shades of pink and ivory in this one, and then there are 4 different shades of basically ivory or beige or yellow beige in this one. This is one of the most beautiful, finely milled powders that has ever been created, or at least that I have ever tried. I use a lot of skincare to help reduce the look of my pores. As I mentioned earlier, I have extremely oily skin. And one of the things that comes along with having really, really oily skin is having really, really large open pores. And even with blurring primers and even with foundation, after a few hours, the shine comes through, the pores enlarge again. However, if I take a little bit of this powder in a travel container and use a puff, I can get those pores to disappear instantly. This is an airbrush filter in real life. Okay, next up is a hair product that I have spoken about many times in other videos. And I'm sitting here about to show you my pretty beat up bottle of the Orbe Straight Away Smoothing Blowout Cream. And I'm thinking that I probably, in order to promote such a product, I probably should have done my hair a little bit better so that you could more easily see how effective this product is. But you can go back and look at any of my recent videos where my hair is down and you can see that I am able to get a very smooth, voluminous blowout on my extremely wavy and coarse hair using this product. I have tried so many other smoothing creams and I always go back to this one. It smells good, it's effective, and I just highly, highly recommend it. Something else I think is worth every penny is the Necessaire Body Serum. I didn't even know that body serums existed until I started using Necessaire products. I had obviously known about and used body creams, body polishes, body lotions, body washes. I just didn't know that there was such thing as a body serum. And now that I have started using one, I can't see myself not using this body serum. I put a couple of pumps in with my body lotion and the hydration is next level. A lot of times when I self-tan and that self-tanner fades, my skin gets very, very dry and scaly. And if I just use a couple of pumps of this, again, in with my lotion, my body lotion, within a day or within even a couple of hours, I notice that the scaliness is gone. This is a must-have for the winter months, but it's also a must-have for year-round. And by the way, you don't have to mix this in with your moisturizer. You can apply this first and then your moisturizer, but I do think that it's easiest to just mix the two together. All right, let's talk fragrance. A couple of weeks ago, I uploaded a video talking about 15 products that I was currently using and loving. It was basically my monthly favorites video. And one of the products I spoke about was the Valentino Born in Roma Intense Eau de Parfum. And at the time of filming that video, I only owned this travel size. I tend to buy the travel sizes first because they're less expensive. And then if after a couple of uses, I find that I love the fragrance, I will go buy the full size and then just use this for travel. Well, I'm filming this video before the Sephora Spring Savings Event begins, so I do not yet have the full size Born in Roma Intense fragrance to sit here and show you, but I am definitely purchasing it. And I am going to splurge on the 3.4 ounce size because the 1.7 ounce size is $136. And then the 3.4 ounce size is just $20 more. And I'm looking one more time. This travel size is $35. The 1 ounce is $85. The 1.7 ounce is $130. And the 3.4 ounce is $156. So I was a little bit off on my numbers, but it's still only $26 more to get double the amount. The fragrance is a warm floral with notes of jasmine and vanilla, which are two of my favorites. It smells so sexy and it's long wearing. And I've got to say, that bottle is stunning. All right, I've just got two more splurge-worthy products to talk about. So next up is the Pat McGrath Mothership eyeshadow palettes. I'm fairly certain I recommend one of these palettes every time too. So at least I'm consistent. I think everyone should own at least one of the Pat McGrath Mothership eyeshadow palettes. Yes, they are pricey. Yes, They are a little bit bulky, especially if you want to travel with them. However, these palettes are pure luxury. The formula of these eyeshadows, both the mattes and the shimmers and the glitters, are just next level. Whenever I want to do a special look, maybe for New Year's Eve or my upcoming milestone birthday next month, I will be using a Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette because look at these. I think it's pretty self-explanatory why I believe that every beauty lover should at some point in their lives have a Pat McGrath Mothership eyeshadow palette. I don't know if I have said the name of this specific one yet. It is Moonlit Seduction. And this is my personal favorite, which is why this is the one I'm holding up. But I do have at least 2 others. So again, I realize this is a pricey palette, but that is why I am telling you that if you can save 20% or 15% or even 10% off of something like this, that is the time to do it. And my 10th and final recommendation, that is more of a luxury product that I definitely think is worth the money, would be the newly reformulated Dior Lip Plumping Glosses. So far, I have 2 shades of the Dior Addict Lip Maximizer Plumping Glosses. I have the shades Rosewood and Raspberry. So these have been reformulated from the original to have a 90% natural origin formula. The packaging has also been updated, as has the shade range. This gloss is free of sulfates, parabens, formaldehyde, coal tar, and less than 1% synthetic fragrance. It is now vegan and gluten-free and comes in recyclable packaging. Now, do I think they actually plump your lips? Well, I can't say that they made any significant difference yet in the volume of my lips. They do contain some ingredients that are supposed to help smooth the look of your lips, which in turn will make them appear slightly fuller. And anytime you apply a gloss to your lips, it is going to give them a more voluminous look and a more youthful look, at least in my opinion. They're super shiny, yet they're not sticky. I will be picking up at least 1 more of these during the savings event. Okay, thank you all so much for watching me talk to you about 10 beauty products from Sephora that I think are 100% worth the splurge. If you did enjoy this video, I really appreciate you giving it a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button. I do upload new content at least twice per week. You can also find more content from me over on Instagram and TikTok. The username is the same everywhere. It's all Risa Does Makeup. And don't forget that I will have all of the products listed and linked down below in that description box. I will also have the Save Now code for you to receive your discount, and once again, the link to sign up to become a Sephora Beauty Insider. That is very, very important. And I also don't want you to forget that when you're shopping at Sephora, you can shop online, in store, you can do same-day delivery in, I think, most cities, and you can also do curbside pickup. So yeah, I think that'll do it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.